Alright, James, we're unmuted.
Alright.
Also, alright, we're finally started. I'm starting a little bit late. I had to get a lot of things set up right now, but should be fine, I believe. Hold on. Why is my Elgato screen all the way over there? Oh, did you make my face look sick, Luigi? Oh my god, he made my face look so pale. Oh, it's black and white. Oh. Well, that just... Okay. Alright. Well, today we're gonna start with some Pokémon Colosseum. Because why the heck not? Oh, whoops, I forgot to unmute that auto. Oopsie, that's loud. Mudkip fix. Yeah. Just making sure the game audio is all fine as well. All fine and dandy. Just gonna have to make sure, change it here and there. Let me know if the game audio sounds good, Luigi. As well, if Justin, if he's watching as well. Alright, where the heck am I going? Yeah, just make sure. Alright, Luigi says it's good. Maybe I think Justin might pull it up, but I don't know if he's completely watching, so he may be AFK, but if it sounds good to Luigi, then I'll assume it's good. Was I training Pokemon? I was training Pokemon, wasn't I? That was what I was doing this entire time. Oh boy, grind session. Oh boy! What do I have for each one? Alright, Ampharos is the thingy I need. I think level 5, but I want to try level 6 to see what the Pokemon are there. So how you been, Luigi? Do you have a Smeargle? I don't think I have a... I have to double check. I'll double check after this set of rounds, and I'll let you know. Actually, it's getting a little loud in my head when I'm listening to this game. Gonna lower that volume a little bit. It's okay. It's good. It's okay for now. Yeah. I need Earthquake. I definitely need Earthquake. I might have caught Smeargle. It's been a while since I last played Pokemon Colosseum, so I don't exactly know what I've been. Well, slowly, but surely getting better. Greninja. I mean, are you trying to make Greninja your main or something on Smash Ultimate? Because that's like difficult. Oh, secondary. What are your mains? The Shuron main yet. Not much. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I'm not sure of my mains. I haven't played it enough to fully think of what I want to use for mains. I know that I want to try to use Terry. Man, but he's difficult. I'm gonna try to get back into Snake, but another difficult one. Oh no, I got confused right. Dang it. James?
Hmm?
Oh, I just heard like mic change and whatnot. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Why did autocorrect change to but? Not to but. Oh, you know, I'm not sure how autocorrect works. It's weird. Autocorrect has always been weird for me. I use like the swipe feature on my Android, and it changes it to weird things. A friend of mine would always joke around. It's like, stop using swipe feature. It's just making you sound really stupid. It's like, but it's so easy and fast. Like, you don't understand. And then autocorrect happens. Because I'm too lazy to autocorrect myself.
Oh my god, it's a fancy!
So Cagny has a darkened grass, and I can't do any psychic on it. So I guess return's the best bet. But yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of Smash, we did play a little bit like yesterday, Luigi. Missed all the fun. It was chaotic. It was chaotic and stupid. Because I kept doing Mimi stuff. Oh, what happened to my connection lost for a second? Connection? Alright, cool. Connection's back. Had to do a little tinkering. RIP Wii or emulator. This is actually not an emulator. So, wait, I did hang out with a friend who's playing Mudkip. Oh, nice. That's cool. Mudkip on one game. Also, this is not an emulator. This is straight up on the GameCube. So, what I'm using is, I'm using the actual GameCube that I have, and have the Mark II GCD and sword. Oh, nice. I'm Mark II GCD like adapter for the GameCube because only certain GameCubes have a component cable. Only first edition GameCubes have a component like a slot in the back of it, compared to the composite cable. I have that, and I plugged in this one to make it more higher resolution because now it's progressive scan, so you have a higher resolution on the GameCube screen, which is what you're seeing right now. So that's why I'm playing on an official console with the GameCube with controller. I like playing stuff as authentic as possible because like even some of the hardest games I try to like get the official copies even though they are like super expensive. Say for example like Fire Emblem Path of Radiance is a game that's at this point you could say close to $200 complete box in English because of how ridiculously rare it is and how sought out for, because Fire Emblem games older Fire Emblem games in the US are pretty rare. That game I liked it to play authentically, so I bought that game, but there's also some games that are extremely hard to find, very limited editions, and some go way over like 10 grand if you find a good copy. And it's just like, I try to get authentic. The only cases where I would play an emulator is if like nowadays, because quarantine is going on, if James and I and like Carl and anyone else like wants to play like a game, we would play we would kind of like play Parsec, so like they would connect to my computer and we could play an emulated game together. We did that with like Fortune Street because I know actually Imoto and James here played Fortune Street with me at one stream. It was fun. But that would be one of them. Another case would be if I'm randomizing a game, then I would need a emulator for that, like Pokemon randomizing. I would not be able to do it on like authentic copy without like hacking my system. That takes like forever to do, and there's a high risk of it not working. Also breaking a console. Look, you should really be careful. Why that auto mod? I have zero idea. I saw you have a Smash Bros clip named How Nick Greets New Followers. Alright, that clip. Because a follow happened, I mixed up my words because I usually say like, whatever the name is, thank you for the follow, there are your eyes, because my icon is the eye looking like horse from Adventure Time. Because it was just like it was just like ridiculous, and I was like mixing up my words. It's like, oh yeah, there's your follow, thank you for your eyes. And yeah, I sometimes mix up my words a little bit. Well, I'm glad you had a chuckle at that, because that was one of the funnier ones we had last year when I was doing it. Back then, I had problems with my Elgato capture card a lot, and so a lot of times it ended up causing either an aspect ratio failure or just wouldn't work, so I had to work with what I got. Now it's more consistent because I figured out why. Apparently OBS, at least the one that was installed on my laptop at the time, was really corrupted. So apparently every time I used my Elgato, it would just cause problems. So I needed to like reinstall it in a sense, but then I would lose all the setup. Takes a while, so never bothered to do it. We had some funny clips. Actually, Luigi, if you look at the recent clips that were made yesterday, there's a Smash Brothers clip I just made. I think you'll have a laugh at what, because I had a friend we haven't talked to in like a while join Justin and Carl and I in Smash Ultimate. And both him and I are not the best at Smash Ultimate right now. He used to be really good. But that was like before he stopped playing Smash for a little bit because he got busy. But yeah, that clip is one of the funnier ones from yesterday. That, and then we had some Yu-Gi-Oh fun where Justin laughed at my stupidity a few times and slash luck. An Epic Mickey clip. It was. Oh yeah, I've started playing Epic Mickey because it's one of those games I wanted to play, and I need some games that I haven't played in a while, slash in the sense don't need people who want to watch certain games, because I have a lot of games on my list. I was like talking to Samoto earlier, because I have a lot of games on my list that have people who want to be on, slash really like the game and they really want to be on for those type of things. So I was like, okay, well, I don't have many games for myself, so I guess I gotta do some Epic Mickey was a good one, so I decided to do that. So yeah, that was that. I'm looking forward to playing that more. Speaking of Epic Mickey, Emoto, you should still watch the intro clip if you can, because I think you will enjoy the game. I just don't know if you can watch the game, because if you can watch it, I think you'll enjoy the game overall, specifically because it actually has a nice story, and it's Disney and all that stuff. At least I heard the story is really good. So it's like, I'm not completely sure on everything. I know I already messed up a couple, like, moral choices. So one of them I wasn't paying attention, and the other was like, well, I made a mistake and I didn't realize it would be this way, kind of thing. Area 51. We already passed Area 51. Thanks, Moto. Were, I should say. Yeah, were. Area 1 is definitely, like, the Area 6 is definitely decently easy. Strange on why Twitch censored your name. It said identity, so I guess it's one of those things is that Twitch has auto things like where if you say someone's real name, some people don't like to have their real name said. Because, like, some people say, say James, for example, don't want to have their names said, like real names. Well, actually, Emoto particularly doesn't want her name to be said, so that's why we have a cover-up. But if Twitch has like a typing, like someone types it out, it's like, oh yeah, this is a real name. Do not say this name unless you allow it, kind of thing. So yeah. I've also doing Psych Up. Copies of target effects user good for. No. You don't mind watching Epic Mickey, so the camera's good for you. Camera's good for you, Emoto, right? You watched like a little bit of it, I know, but I'm not sure if you were okay with everything. Okay. Yeah, I think you will enjoy Epic Mickey for like its like stylized and a little bit of storytelling. I'm enjoying it so far. Like, it reminds me of like, it definitely has like old like Disney vibes, which is what they want to do and stuff like that. It's also really sad because it's like, there's these characters where it's like, oh man, Mickey! Oh man, do you remember me? Look at these pictures! We were all in this together, and you know. And it's like Mickey was just like, doesn't even recognize them, and just like, oh, I guess you did forget about me. Oh, no one watches this cartoon anymore. It's like, that's like really depressing when you like, it's like a kid not wanting to play with his toys anymore. Really forgot that they left him in like a closet for all these years. Quagsire, why are you so slow? At the same time, it can be interesting for kids who have never seen these cartoons to find out that there are more cartoons that are older. Yeah, it's interesting, especially since it's like almost no one, like when the game came out, knew about Oswald the rabbit, Lucky Rabbit. Like, that's something like I was like, oh my god, that's like really cool. So yeah, I think the game has a lot of potential. Yeah, Mickey has grown in popularity. Exchange his past came back, and sadly can remember it. Yeah, it makes the forgotten remember it. And that's why it's like I really like Epic Mickey's concept. The only problem I have is definitely the control. Like, the controls seem a little bit not tight. And it's a little janky here and there, but that's just the controls itself. Biggest... and the camera is not always responsive in here and there. So it's like, I'm not exactly great. But what I really, really enjoy of the game is the moral choices you get to make. Like, it actually makes you, like, if you want collectibles, you're gonna have to make certain choices that you regret. Or like you can choose to say this or be bad to this to make it easier on yourself or not. And it's just like, it's actually a really good idea. I enjoy it. Yeah, I remember camera issue. Yeah, I remember when the game came out, a lot of people said the camera was like the worst thing in that game, which is why it hindered a lot. And I get that after trying it a little bit, because I did play a little bit actually one time on stream, but I think it's stream. I'm not completely sure. That stream may be lost, but who knows. But I am restarting the whole playthrough again from the beginning, just so I can get refreshed in my mind. And I got to a certain point. I'm getting to that point. I might have barely missed the halfway mark of the game, but it does say that it could be beat within like 12 and a half hours. So we'll see. But yeah, so far the game, control-wise, a little janky. The first boss fight wasn't exactly great in terms of control, but definitely I enjoy the concept and the ideas of everything. Like, it's such an interesting like idea, and I love it for that. I just kind of wish they did more with that world. I mean, Power of 2 came out, but I heard it was really mediocre, and probably a lot of corporate like meddling here and there kind of thing. So it's like, it's not exactly great, which I still don't mind trying it in the future just to see, like, compare it to the original. But I want some love with Epic Mickey because, well, obviously I like old retro things, make nostalgia. I'm a sucker for nostalgia, okay? Like, if you give me something that I was nostalgic for back in the day. Oh my god, earthquake, yes. Nostalgic for, I would be a sucker for it. But still, at the same time, it's just, I just like the whole idea of Epic Mickey. That's why I wanted to play it. I actually have a few games now on my list that I should probably put on, because like also one of the things that I'm thinking of trying is a game called Pandora's Tower, which is one of the Rainfall stuff. Earthquake? Yeah. Actually, Pandora's Tower is actually a game that's apparently got really expensive over the years, and I didn't fully realize it, but then again, it makes sense because it's one of the rarer games on the Wii because of how it is. Do you not know the history of Pandora's Tower, Emoto? Why it's so rare? Actually, I didn't look it up, but I'm pretty sure I know the reason. Okay, so I think in 2012? No, Xenoblade came out in 2010? Because it hit its 10 years anniversary. Yeah, I think around 2010, 2009, 2010, there was a kind of like this big movement thing called Project Rainfall. Basically, there were three, like, there were exclusive Japanese games in Japan that people considered that were really good. Those three are 2010, yes, okay. Justin confirms that, okay. They were Xenoblade Chronicles, The Last Story, and Pandora's Tower. These three Wii games were well received, at least in Japan. Speaking of Greninja, hello, Paragon. Yeah. And these games were well received, and so English people asked for, at least tried to fund for a project to get them an English release, at least in the Western like area, like in US. So after a little bit of trying, they actually managed to get Xseed, a developer that helps translate Japanese games into English with English voice acting and stuff like that too, to do it with voiceovers in Europe and all that stuff. So they managed to get all these three Wii games into the US, which obviously Xenoblade Chronicles, The Last Story, and Pandora's Tower. Xenoblade Chronicles was a critically acclaimed game and was at a time super sought out for, but not anymore due to the fact that, well, Xenoblade Chronicles has been re-released on the new 3DS, the Wii, on the Wii U Virtual Console, and has now the definitive edition. So now there's like that Wii game is not anymore like needed or sought out for. And the last story, from what I can tell, isn't exactly well received in terms of like the Xenoblade Chronicles. Yeah, but Prank Bananas, of course. Can't forget the Prank Bananas. But I would say the reason why Last Story is also not as rare as Pandora's Tower is because it's not as well known. Brain Dance. I think they made the wrong move choice. Well, that person chose Brain Dance twice for some reason. So, but the Last Story had a limited edition, which I'm still looking for in a sense. In its library, which is one of the reasons why it also isn't fully sought out for it, or at least one copy of it, because the limited edition is more sought out for because it's more rare. But it's not as well known as the other game. I don't even think the Last Story is even on the Wii U eShop. I could be wrong though. I haven't seen it in a while. But Pandora's Tower had no other editions, had no other big releases other than the Wii U eShop. And hasn't been really referenced. Mid-40s, Justin. But Pandora's Tower, I guess like it grew in huge popularity because it got obscure, but I guess it got a rare-ish game where it became one of those like hard to find games because there's no other copies of it. I managed to get one over on eBay back in when I was in university for freshman year, because I literally took a Twitter picture of all 3 games coming in my possession, because I got Xenoblade last, I got The Last Story first, and then Pandora's Tower. I have all 3 games, and I bought Pandora's Tower for like $20. The next thing I know, when I check on eBay, it goes for over $100 now. Just for a copy alone. And I'm just like, Jesus! When this game became so popular? Confuzzled is confused by the power of love. I honestly don't like Attract. Like, I've been having bad luck with Attract a lot. So, that's why it's like I've never been a big fan of having Attract on me. Also not using it. At least the person, Goldine, is down. Oh, I didn't realize Goldine actually does the death animation like any other goldfish. That's sad. God dang it, it's using Attract again. God dang it, why do you keep attracting Confuzzled? Why can't you contract the derpy face? Because it's female. God dang it, derp, why do you have to be female? I like to see a derpy face be in love. No girl can resist that cute face of Quagsire. For Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Track is helpful. Yeah, I've seen playthrough of Mystery Dungeon where Track has been really useful. I need to play more Mystery Dungeon. Once Carl gets back on streams, I'll probably put Super Mystery Dungeon back on. Has defeated the evil. True. You have no time to be in love. I wonder if it's related to the other Quagsire in Gates to Infinity. Confuzzled is again confused by the power of love. The power of love is a curious thing. One man weeps, another man sings. That's a Nuzleaf. I think Nuzleaf is a dark type, or is that just Shift Tree? Justin, is Nuzleaf pure grass? I thought it was part dark in this one. Then again, I could be wrong. I haven't played Emerald in a long time, yes. Oh, Grass and Dark. So yeah, it's confirmed it's a Grass and Dark type. Got it. Because I thought Nuzleaf was not a Dark type for some reason. And only Shiftry was, but then again, I don't use Nuzleaf or Shiftry because of how fragile they are. It's one of those Pokemon that they look cool and they're fast, but they're so fragile that I just don't use them because of just how fragile they are. Also, their weakness with grass is not exactly great because they're weak to ice, fire, and flying. Glass cannon. Yep. No, don't you mean grass cannon? Hey, Luigi. You missed an opportunity there.
What?
You said, Luigi said Shiftry is like a glass cannon, but he should have said grass cannon.
Good joke.
Another side wave coughing. Eh. Ouch, that pun. There's Will. He muted himself immediately, just so that he doesn't get clipped. Ah. So when I get my Go XLR, which is supposed to come up on like Tuesday, I'll be able to get ready with quotes because I'll be able to steal people's voice clips immediately and just like, oh man, you guys are in for it now. I could just reuse you guys' sound bites. Then again, I could just go pull up Will's clip of him getting a blue screen and just use that as a soundbite over and over again. It's like, ah, ah, ah. I love that clip. Still one of my favorites. There's Will being angry at me. Now, Will, you know. No throwing fruit in class or vegetables. Don't throw the tomato. So like join in and like clip. You can still clip. But in voice calls, this one is all private server for now. I maybe in the future do like public voice calls with maybe like on certain days, but yeah, for now this is gonna be all private due to the server and everything. For now. I'll throw a coconut and a pineapple at you. Put a lime in the coconut and shake it all around. I mean, do you throw coconut pie? I don't know the lyrics, Emoto. Tell me the lyrics then. Oh wow, that actually did a lot of damage. I just got yeeted. Yeet? Oh, not the nuts. Is Will face palming just because I messed the lyrics, or just because I messed, like he doesn't want to be clipped? Let's make a pina colada. Oh, okay. I'm not the biggest fan of pina colada, but I can still drink it. Or eat it, either way. I choose to eat the pie. Hey, don't throw a perfectly good pie at people. Make sure you put whipped cream on it first. demise. All of the above. So you will. So you want to make me a pina colada? Got it. I will accept a pina colada from you. Well, you said all of the above, and Emoto posted that right above you, Will. So technically speaking, that is true. Grabs pie and eats it at Will. Wow, Luigi just wants to throw a pie at Will's face. As long as Will accepts the pie, I don't know what his favorite. Well, what is Will's favorite pie is actually? Will, what is your favorite pie? Or are you allergic to anything per se? I don't think Will's allergic to anything. All the above meaning I don't want to be clipped and you messed up the lyrics. But that you didn't be specific. You said all the above, which means Emoto was up there too. So that means it has to be true. Make me a pina colada, Will. Before you die. And when you die, let me have all your stuff. Now we're all like food. Now we are a food topic, dang it. Why, you just don't want to talk about food? Pineapple, 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 pineapple. That is a weird gif. Or gif, depending on how you want to see it. I had fried chicken for dinner. I'm good, thank you. You know, I should have some fried chicken. I should have some fried chicken relatively soon. I haven't had fried chicken in like forever. Oh my, derp. Spicy boy, you're up. I just had a pizza and I'm still hungry. What kind of pizza, Luigi? I had spaghetti for my dinner. Leftover spaghetti I made. Quit lava, hello. It's actually a Typhlosion. Bye, Will. Cheese and bacon. Ooh, interesting. Honestly, Galar region Corsola looks so depressing, yet it's still so true to the real world. It's like, jeez, that's so sad. What happened to Galar, like the Corsola and Galar region. Also, hi, Will. Cheese and bacon. I personally want an all combo pizza. Like Costco does a really good combo pizza. Man, I like a combination of like vegetables. Like I'm a weird person. Like I like to have a combination of like colored vegetables. Like it has to be like tomatoes, green bell peppers, and like maybe some spice and like meat and like a variety. And onions. It's like I like a variety on my pizza, not just like meat or cheese or just like two toppings. When Red Rescue Team made Quilava and its final evolution looked the same. Really? I didn't realize that. But then again, I have Red Rescue Team, but I never played. I haven't played it in a sense. You want Chinese food? Just order Panda Express. That's authentic Chinese food. The best authentic Chinese food of all in the region, right? Oh my god, Wigglytuff, what happened to your eyes? Oh my god, you're so creepy. Ugh. Ugh. Wigglytuff eyes in that picture is so creepy. Ugh. Ugh. It stares into my soul. Ugh. I don't know how I feel about this. Okay, that Wigglytuff doll is a lot better, Emoto. Wigglytuff in this game looks really creepy. Wigglytuff in like green version or like the original red version, looks derpy as heck. Like they look similar. They differ by how they move. That's it. Oh, okay. So if they're standing still, you can't tell. Makes sense. Definitely what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna be grinding a little bit, probably another 30 minutes, and then move on to Pokemon Black. Also, Emoto, that's a good chunk of the beginning in this one that you need to cut out, probably like about 20 minutes for the highlight, just saying. Also, hello, Guildmaster Wigglytuff. Team Fire Aura ready for exploration. No, don't worry about the last one, it's fine. It wasn't that long. This one is super long, that's why I say recommend to cut it at least. Hey now, you're a rock star. Don't tackle my jerk face. I like how Azumarill is just gonna be taking a bunch of surfs to the face. I'm glad it doesn't even have like water absorption, otherwise this would be a problem. I'm a rock star. Lights. Yeah, I'll get rid of that. Thundershock was only good for like paralyzing if I needed to, but Light Screen's actually really good. Oh, Whalmer! You got a mail from a Whalmer. Wait, don't tackle my dirt. Oh. Hey, no. Quagsire has the better dirt face than I do. Whalmer just looks like a tub of blubber. Oh, great, Wobbuffet. Dang it. Oh, great. Dang it, it has rollout. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. Well, as long as I don't attack Wobbuffet with anything, it should be fine. So we now have two Pokemon that have rollout. Flubber. Why the heck did Will play post Flubber? Oh, because I said Blubber. Oh, I should poach this. Guess I'm going all out. Let's go! I should have done return. Well, there goes Quagsire. That's for taking out my Quagsire. Jerk. Not the ha. Got then was for. Sire, no. Luigi 5 made a mistake. I'm gonna have to restart that area because that definitely is the best place to grind-ish in terms of levels. I think I'm okay. I'll do one more round and then I'll go on. I do not have a Smeargle in this capture right now. I know I missed a couple shadow Pokemon. I don't have it in this version right now. Yeah, bro, no. So one more run through of this, and then I'll continue on with the story. And that way I can actually make some progress for once. Darn, Sketch is a decent move. Sketch is a decent move, but also Smeargle does not have a great great stats. I think its best is only in terms of yeah, I think its best is only in the defense. Area 51, yeah. Area 51 has all electric type guys confirmed. Pokémon Colosseum confirmed it. I wonder what Pokémon XD's Mount Battle would be like. I really need to be careful with Earthquake, which is why I'm not using it right now, because I know it would most likely kill Espeon.
Yeah, the flying Pokemon out, you can use it.
I mean, I do have a Noctowl, but Noctowl's not that great in this game. I want to give more experience to the Pokemon that I really care for. So wait, Emoto, or anyone else, if I stop in the middle of this area, do I get to have to restart this area, or can I still go into the next area since I completed this area before? How many fighting types are there? In Colosseum? Dang. At least one I can capture? I don't know. second. I'm looking it up right now. Oh, no, what? Ah! Well, just click number 1. There's one meta type. I mean, Heracross is there. Oof, 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 oof. Derpy getting out of here. Yeah, in terms of fighting types, there are only 2 fighting types I can catch in this game. And one of which, I think Heracross I have not met yet. Any type Pokemon you can force battle. Oh, fighting type force battle, I mean. So on the other, that dark type's gonna be really heavy. You know, I have no idea. Probably quite a bit, actually, because all trainers have a wide variety of Pokemon. Dark types is not much. You could run through level 4 and still go to level 10. Jump around and do a check, go back, you see each of your Pokemon, go back to fight the next one. Okay. Got it. So at least that's nice. I never did this section before, so that's why it's like I'm not completely sure. So at least you confirmed that. Okay. So I could just end it off here if I feel like I'm done grinding, in a sense. Got it. Man, it's kind of weird coming back into Pokemon a little bit. Because I haven't touched Pokemon in like a couple weeks at the very least. Because last time I touched Pokemon, it was when I ended off Resident Evil, I think? Yeah, because I think I ended off Resident Evil. And I decided to play some Pokemon Black. And back for Spook Month. Because I was done with DuckTales Remastered after the 2nd week. Resident Evil after the 4th week, yeah. Go back and use Abra in the last room if you want. Okay. Man, what other Pokemon games would I be interested in trying other than like the main series ones? So many different Pokemon games. I mean, I guess I could always try Pokemon Snap because I never actually tried completing that game. That one, Emoto would be willing to watch and also judge me very hard for not doing stuff right. Like she is doing with me in Tetris Attack. That I also have Pokemon Puzzle League, where Emoto would judge me extremely hard. Pokemon Snap is what I said earlier. Oh, snap. If I played either one of those games, you would be willing to watch, but you'll also be one of those that's like, you would judge me extremely hard. Also, thanks for the clapping. I wouldn't judge you hard for Snap. Oh, can do that. I mean, James is already doing a pretty good Oak impression. You did well.
You did well.
Oak, how much is for this picture of Moltres coming out of an egg?
You were close.
600 points. Alright, how about this Moltres not even posing right?
Get the fuck out of my lab.
But Oak, I need the money. Oak, please. I have children to feed. And children, by children I mean Pokemon. Oak, I need the money. How much is for this?
I need the money.
I need the money. Oak, how much is for this picture of Charmeleon?
Amateur.
Amateur what?
Amateur.
Amateur? No! He doesn't have enough. He doesn't have pokes though. I mean...
10 points from Gryffindor.
Doesn't he in the anime at least have one Pokemon? I guess not, no. I mean, he does have Pokemon though. They have Pokemon pictures, Emoto. Get it right. He captured them. Like, yeah, the English dub, how it says, like, you capture Pokemon. Like, you capture that Pikachu of Team Rocket. I don't even know if you guys remember that, actually. Like, do you actually remember the time when he first showed? He's like, yeah, I'm here to capture... Now turn to the right. It's like, capture the Pikachu for us. Yes, I'll capture it with my camera. That's not how we meant for capturing. Stop taking Derp's soul. You're just making yourself derpier. Derp's soul has nothing else other than itself, other than derpiness. Also some darkness inside it. Darkness. Kingdom Hearts is light. I should really get back into Kingdom Hearts 2 and play through that because I never played through it. I did play through 3, which I could just play through on stream too. It was funny when he found out Ash was in his picture. Was it? Like, hey, what do you mean by what in Kingdom Hearts terms? Also, what about the Ash? Because I'm not. Those two are two different things, so you're gonna have to say those separately. Harder. Also, does Delibird look really high? Because its eyes looks really red. James, I think Delibird is really high because its eyes are really red. If you can get like a good scene of Delibird. No, it's still white. I think Delibird just got... Oh no, there's some redness in its eyes. Delibird's high, it's confirmed. Delibird smokes the pot every day. Smoke weed every day. Oh right, that picture. I forgot about that picture. Yeah, it's like, this is Aerodactyl. Yeah, but that's me. It's too bad Ash couldn't throw a Pokeball at Aerodactyl. He had Pokeballs he could use. He did not use a Pokeball on the Aerodactyl. Just throw it at it, capture it, and then again he will fall all the way to the ground. But then again, Charizard would have saved him. Also, okay, so that's a picture I saw, Emoto. What's the what face for Kingdom Hearts? Are you saying what to Kingdom Hearts 3 being disappointed? God! Did you guys stop feint attacking me for once in your life? Leave Espeon alone. Oh, Todd's reaction. Got it. Is it really just Snap? I thought it would be different. Then again, I'm not surprised because 4Kids English dub is weird.
Steve.
Steve. Hey,
Steve. Dude, you should catch a Pokemon and name it Steve. Especially if it's like a cat Pokemon or like has like orange fur or something.
Well, he has 2 cat Pokemon, but he already named them something else.
What are the 2 cats?
Well, I think
Kitty and...
I don't know. At least I think the Eevee's evolutions, they kind of look like cats to me.
Oh, well, they're dogs, but yeah, I guess close enough you can name them Steve.
I don't know. They look more. I don't know. To me, they look more like cats because, like, in order for them, like, either that or they're like really small dogs. Like,
I mean, they're the size of like kids.
I don't know. They're sprites. They look like they're the size of like, say, a Dachshund or something.
I mean, technically speaking, if you look at the official height on certain Pokemon, they're like, some Pokemon are like as just a little taller than like a 2-story house.
Oh yeah, Groudon is only 11 feet tall.
That's true.
And I was like, what? According to the Pokedex. In the movie, he's like 8 stories tall.
Yep. Well, that was like a
nah, that's 11
fake.
feet.
That's like a fake one as well. Unless you're talking about different Groudon in the movie. Because the Jirachi one, there was a fake-ish one. That was a weird Groudon. And then they all died.
And then they all died.
I mean, technically speaking, spoilers a little bit. In the movie Lucario and the Mysteries of Mew, they all did die. Technically speaking. So how you doing, Kyle?
Doing good. I was watching Grace's stream.
Was this
Getting
graceful?
some clips, getting some quips.
Was it bearable?
Good joke. Dude, here's how excited I am that you made that joke.
just actually wait for her to actually get like a PC, so her camera will be like much more clear and bigger, so you can just get even better shots of her reactions.
Right.
Yeah. Just wait for that.
Speaking of excitement,
Hi.
this dream has turned into a bloody nightmare.
Oh god. Guys, bloody nightmare.
That changed his reaction.
Reaction to a bloody nightmare.
Every time Lista's like dooming somebody, somebody sneezes in reaction to it. that Paper Mario clip from like 2019.
Yeah.
Very
What?
scary.
There was a time
No,
where
it's hard to believe the playthrough of Book of Mario was in like January of this year is when it started, right?
oh yeah.
Dude, that's crazy that happened in the same year. That felt like a different 2020 to me, you know?
Oh yeah.
There was 2020 pre-pandemic and then
The rest
during
of
the
2020.
pandemic. It's not even post-pandemic because it's still happening, unfortunately.
Yeah, there was like, it's one of those things, it's just like 2020,
There's
like
the winter of 2020 and then everything else.
there's a fourth of it that just like there's nothing happened. and then there is like the rest of it, like basically the rest, like 3/4 of it, a lot of things happened, and it's just like that's a different era.
I mean, for me, it's like the opposite, where it's like winter 2020 stuff happened, and then since then, it's just been like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't left the prefecture that I live in since like March, so.
Oh, damn.
I mean, there are people out.
I'm considering whether I want to like do stuff in like December or whatever.
I mean,
like, travel around to safe areas.
Vacation days, yeah.
Yeah, but it's just like, I don't know, like, just gotta make sure to be safe, you know.
Yeah.
There are some like small scale like punk shows that are happening that like they only like take like 30 people. You gotta like reserve in advance. I've considered whether or not I'd like to do that kind of thing. Because there's one I'd like to go to that's kind of, it's not in Tokyo, but it's in like that general area, but in like a Tokyo area prefecture that has like no COVID basically.
Oh yeah.
So it might be chill enough. But then other people going to it might be from like Osaka or Tokyo. So it's just kind of like, yeah. But I don't know. At the end of the day, when I do travel, it's not like I'm like in crowded restaurants or bars breathing all over people, so. Yeah, that doesn't happen, so.
Dude, I've seen.
Should be safe enough.
I mean, so many people just like.
I was in the heart of Tokyo at like the very, very start of the pandemic. And when I came back from that trip, I caught a cold for a couple days, and I was so fucking scared at first.
Oh no!
I started coughing, and I was like, "Oh my god!" But then I got a thermometer and checked my temperature like constantly. When I was at home, I was like, "Okay, I'm good. It's not COVID."
That was like the same thing with my brother, because like he got a temporary job checking like temperatures at all workers going to a construction site and stuff like that, and then at the prefecture where he was at, there was like confirmation that like one of the workers actually had COVID, and it was just like, oh my god. And my brother literally said like to both me and my dad, it's like, yeah, I might have COVID now, and so you guys might be infected. It's like, oh shoot. And so he had to lock himself in his room for a while, for like a whole week. And luckily enough, he felt a lot better because he had a dry cough at the beginning, but it's like afterwards he got a lot better. And it's like, okay, well, we don't have COVID.
Yeah,
Well,
my
that's good
school
to get
had a
better. It is
COVID scare
scary.
back in September, I think it was, where like I guess like the baseball players at my school like lived together in some sort of dorm, and like there was some sort of like stomach flu that was going around that infected like more than 10 people on the baseball team. And so like all these kids were out of school with like a fever and stuff, and it was spreading to more and more kids. And then 5 days into that situation, the teachers at the school were like, oh shoot, we should probably test them for COVID. So I was like so scared, dude. I was like, oh my god, this is bad if that actually is COVID.
Were you like close? Like, how about yours? Do you have any close calls?
Well,
Lissa and Lissa
I
too?
teach those kids, so.
What about Lissa too? Because she works out a lot. Like, not works out, like,
She works out. Dude, she's so swole, she doesn't have to worry about COVID.
she just beats up COVID when it gets near her.
She's like, fight me, bro.
Stabs all the molecules of COVID out.
There's like an anti-masker walking into her place, and she's like, pull a mask, I'll beat you up.
No, there haven't been any real scares. I mean, we all work pretty closely, so if one of us gets it, obviously we're all pretty doomed. But we haven't had any scares, and clients aren't allowed in. And if they're sick, we suggest they send their either reschedule or have someone else bring their pet in. But I've had a few of my coworkers, well, they're my coworkers now, but they had COVID before they got hired into our hospital. So I think one had COVID at the beginning of March when it first all started.
Ooh.
And one had it in January. But they didn't join our team until August, September, so.
Well after they gotten cured.
Yeah, well after they were all contagious and everything. But one of them didn't get sick at all. Besides like a mild cough and running nose and all that. But the other one got really sick. She was like down for the count for a week.
Down for the count just reminds me of the WWE term. It's like, imagine COVID as a WWE wrestler, just throwing people on the ground. 1, 2.
Oh damn. Well, white blood cells.
True.
All that good stuff for your immune system. Beaten
Yeah,
up.
it seems like the JET program is finally going to try to bring people from the 2020 arrival cycle, like at the start of next year, and it sounds like it's going to be a very, very complicated process. Basically, like, I mean, a lot of people have probably already deferred from the job because they had that option since like the fall, when it was like confirmed that they wouldn't be coming to Japan in September as planned. They had the option to just defer to next year and automatically get the job starting next summer. But I guess I'll try to bring people in January, but it's going to be like kind of crazy for them because they got to like get like a negative COVID test like within like a couple days before getting on the plane, basically. And then when they arrive in Japan, they basically get like their residence card and all that stuff. And as soon as they're out of the airport, they're brought to a hotel and locked in quarantine for 2 weeks, where they're just like not allowed to leave their hotel room that entire time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And just get like their food delivered to them, and maybe have like laundry facilities they can use. But other than that, they just gotta stay in a hotel doing nothing for 2 weeks.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much right now anywhere if you're trying to travel.
Yeah.
Like either for business or whatnot. There are a lot of countries where if you're coming outside, you have to get a negative test within like 24 hours or, well, maybe not that soon, but like 48 or 72 hours before you get on the plane. And it's like, that is so ridiculously hard to do, to time that.
Yeah.
So even also your plane could be delayed and stuff like that too.
Yeah, and the process to bring these jets over is going to be like, I'm not even sure how many schools or like contracting organizations with JET, because like the school boards are the ones who like arrange a lot of the stuff, and like the school boards are going to have to pay all of the costs of quarantining these new people for 2 weeks, like in these hotels. So like,
oh jeez,
it's going to be like, it's already expensive enough under normal conditions to like for a school to get new ALT, because even under normal circumstances, we spent 3 days in one of the most bourgeois hotels in Tokyo. Like, not even kidding. Like that hotel in Shinjuku, it costs like over $2,000 a night to stay there as a normal guest.
Jesus
It's the most bouge hotel I will ever stay in for sure. Because it's like the sort of hotel that's used for like big business conferences and stuff, because it holds like thousands of people.
Oh yeah.
Because a normal JET program arrival, like the orientation program, is like thousands of people at once.
Yeah.
And yeah, what's happening this year is just like because there's usually so many people. I'm not sure how many ALTs or new jets in total they're going to bring into Japan, but they're probably just going to have to do it very gradually because of all this quarantine stuff that's happening, and like it's many different countries. So I'm not sure if they'll just start off with like the smaller groups from smaller countries or the ones that have less of a COVID problem. Like if they'll just like bring in people from like New Zealand or Singapore first, because that's just so much easier, and then start bringing like say like one departure group from the US at a time, like bring Seattle, get them taken care of, and then San Francisco, and then, you know, going in order like that from each major city.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, I mean, I'm sure
it sounds
that
like a
would be
logistical nightmare.
The safest way to do it, but I'm sure it would also, it's the most time consuming and maybe probably the most expensive, depending how many people from those areas there are. But I don't know. I mean, it sounds like it's going to be a nightmare to plan, and so I'm glad I'm not having to deal with any of that.
I mean, one of the things that you...
Dude, they probably had to send so many faxes among these offices in Japan to arrange this.
Yeah,
So many faxes.
one of the things is that definitely it's going to be very different is like all of us traveling. Like when COVID gets like goes down, the pandemic is over, everything starts going back to quote unquote normal. Going like on the vacation is going to feel so weird from here on out for at least a while because it's like we have all these like protocols and stuff, and then just like now it's like, oh yeah, we don't have to do the protocols anymore kind of thing.
Yeah, protocols and being
I
banned.
mean, Japan is already kind of under a false normality. Like they pretend that everything's cool, and like the government has this like big public travel campaign to like encourage people to travel within the country. So like
Thailand's the same way. Like my sister, I mean, they've been traveling for most of this quarantine in a sense.
I suppose I technically could, it's just I haven't been. But now I'm kind of at a point where it's like, I don't know. I could at least go to like, I won't go to like Tokyo proper for some time, I'm sure, but like
Oh yeah, like the busy places of like
other less major cities I'm kind of cool with. And like, I think a lot of the major spread probably happens among young people who are in like doing like karaoke or like in really crowded bars or nightclubs, and that's not how I live, you know? So like, that's less of a concern.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, I hope we don't go to like a bunch of crowded bars.
I mean, hardcore shows are like a thing, but they limit the attendance to a certain number of people, and everybody still has to like wear masks and sanitize their hands to enter the venue and stuff. So
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're safe and you kind of like understand what you're doing and the risk, I would say it's relatively safe to travel.
I've generally gone under
where
common
you
sense. But when I travel for shows and stuff, I pretty much only go to the show and then just go back to my hotel and go to sleep anyway. So like, I don't make contact with 1,000 people every time I go out, you know.
I just imagine Kyle making contact with 1,000 people, just like go into
I'm just like giving
bar.
free high fives in Shibuya.
He's like, hey guys. He's like, high five, and everyone high five. Watch the show. It's like, all right guys, I'm leaving. High five, and head out. Peace
You're
out.
like the
Give everyone a hug on the way
guy
out.
who's just like there to like hype everyone up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, woo!
I'm like the guy who gives like free high fives or hugs in Red Square. How long is it gonna be before they can do that on Western's campus again?
Oh my god, I forgot about that. When people were just like, oh yeah, can I give you free food, coffee, hot cocoa, and everything?
But there would straight up be free hug or high five people sometimes in Red Square too.
Yeah.
And I would like high five them at least.
Now it's just like, can I give you a free high five? It's like, no, dude, I don't want to get COVID. Dude, actually, like I literally got a mail from Western asking to give, they're asking money from me and my family. Just saying like, hey, would you like to give at least $1,000 to help support this building we're building in Western? And just like, dude.
Yeah, it's like, what about my entire education at that university? What was I paying for then?
It's like, also,
What
do you
building are they-
expect me to throw a grand randomly just out of nowhere?
Yeah, like at least 1,000. That's a lot, man. Especially for a relatively new graduate.
Graduate.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
how about you
you
ask
gotta
your
be-
foolish donors or like, I don't know, the government
Yeah.
to tax the rich? I mean, why don't you ask Jeff Bezos to pay for it instead?
Jeff Bezos can pay for the building and even more buildings if needed.
Yeah, it's like he built these fucking spheres in downtown Seattle or whatever. Like,
I think he also took over
Pay for
the
public education.
Key Arena. Did he take over that, or is that my mistake on that one? Oh no, that's
I'm
the
not sure on that.
that's the Kraken. New place for the Krakens. Yes.
The Kraken.
Kraken?
I'm a Kraken from the sea.
Yarr, you be krakening.
Yeah, he's a, you watch Juno, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
James is just so disappointed.
So you have no idea who the voice actress was that you were playing Last of Us?
Oh, I know her. Yes, I know she played Juno.
Okay.
Wait, who did?
The main actress for Juno, the pregnant lady, is the actress for Ellie in The Last of Us.
Oh, really? Ashley Johnson? I didn't know that. I haven't seen Juno either.
Oh yeah. I never seen it. I just remember seeing one clip on TV. It's like, oh hey, Juno's on. It's like, okay, what is this?
I remember hearing about that movie. That movie seems like very much a product of its time, you know?
Yeah.
Teenage pregnancy in like the late 2000s or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think that was a time when there were several like former like Disney or Nickelodeon stars who were like getting pregnant in their teens.
Oh yeah,
so.
like Zoe 101's.
She got pregnant at like 16, right?
Yeah, and this is like we cannot continue the show if you're pregnant, so we're gonna have to cancel.
Right. Yeah.
It's one of those things.
That's also kind of a public relations nightmare for the people who want to project an image of these kids as being like so pure and like well behaved.
Yeah.
I don't know. Those kinds of like young child stars are like under such tight like media control for so many years that they just like lash out when they become an adult, i.e. Justin Bieber with his tattoos and public antics.
I mean, he has gotten better at least. This is just a flesh wound. You lost your arm. Actually, wait, I did that in reverse.
Tis but a scratch.
Tis but a scratch. I could still fight you.
Come here, I'll bite your legs off. You yellow bastards.
Well, that movie was... It was made definitely at its product of its time, but it's still... Some jokes still last to this day.
That movie holds up. I mean, it's like a parody of old like folklore, so...
Even like the ending was like, what? Did you say like 10 minutes of... or 30 minutes of pure black?
Oh yeah, with the super anticlimactic ending.
Yeah, yeah.
You know that movie, a lot of the stuff that happens in that movie is a result of having like an absurdly low budget.
I mean, when you have a low budget, you have freedom of doing whatever you want in a sense.
Well, I mean, I remember seeing an interview where John Cleese, like one of the Monty Python guys, was talking about making that movie, and he was like, it was a horribly unfun movie to make because we had like no money. And he was like, dude, necessity is the mother of invention. Like, the reason why they did the thing with like the coconuts in the movie, with like hitting the coconuts together to make the galloping sounds, is because they couldn't afford to rent actual horses to use in making the movie. So they just wrote that in as a gag.
It's kind of iconic now.
Yeah. You're using coconuts.
Well, we couldn't afford getting any horses. Or I don't even know what the line is. It's been a while since I last saw Monty Python.
No, they don't actually say that. They don't break the fourth wall in that part of the movie, but
They broke the fourth wall with them arresting at the final battle.
But then they actually did have a higher budget for Life of Brian, which you haven't seen that one. It's like an R-rated version of the Holy Grail, basically, where it makes fun of like Christian folklore. And they had the money for that because I think it was George Harrison of the Beatles gave them the money to fund the movie. Like, he was just like friends with the Monty Python actors, and so he just like straight up donated all the money they needed to film the movie.
Oh yeah.
Because they just like showed him they showed him like the screenplay they were working on or whatever, and he was just like, "I'm gonna give you the money. I want to see this movie."
That's one way to do it.
Yeah.
Oh man. I think like Lissa's favorite like
Find the interview though. It's a pretty funny video.
I think like the Lissa's favorite scene from the Holy Grail is definitely gonna be that murder bunny scene where they all try to say.
I thought you were gonna say the really raunchy scene.
What?
Do you know which one I'm talking about?
In Holy
Like
Grail,
the scene
right?
the scene that's super suggestive, but then like cuts away before it actually gets bad.
I don't remember much of the Holy Grail.
Oh my
so
god, dude. Well, I know that scene very well because it's been probably a couple years now since I've watched the Holy Grail. But there's one scene in that movie where it's like the one of the knights like wanders into a castle and it's basically full of nuns.
Oh yeah.
Who are like basically they meet like the only dude they've seen in like forever, and they're like super thirsty for him, and they're like trying to get him to stay in their castle. And then like he realizes what's going on and like runs away like right before they're about to like get too inappropriate.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's a rated PG movie and all that, right? But I distinctly remember that scene because first of all, it's awkward whenever I watch that movie with like my mom. It's like, oh, it's like one of those things where it's like a raunchy scene in a movie and you're like, oh god, please let it end. But
oh, I remember those times.
Another time is that My Python: The Holy Grail was the ultimate school band field trip movie. Whenever we had charter buses that had TV screens on them, we would like bring DVDs to watch. Whenever we had like a 5-hour bus ride or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And so I brought my copy of The Holy Grail on one of those field trips, and we were watching it on. Was it the way to or the way back? I think we decided to watch that movie on the way back from this field trip because it was like evening and we were just like chilling on the bus. And my band teacher, he was like, "All right, cool, we'll watch it." And he like knows the movie and all, but he doesn't know it like as well as I did. And we're coming up on the raunchy scene, you know, where like all these ladies are like, "Oh yes, you'll stay," and like, "Oh, here comes the part with like we're gonna be having like the sex or whatever." Like they're actually like saying this like in the script.
Mm-hmm.
And at a certain point, like my mom was actually a chaperone on this field trip, right? And they're like, and she's like toward the front of the bus. And so my band teacher looks at my mom and he was like, "Hey, how far does this scene go? Like, does it get like particularly bad?" And my mom was just like, "You know, I actually don't remember, but if you ask Kyle, he would know." and so my band teacher, he walks toward the back of the bus. He's like, "Hey, Kyle, like, how bad is this scene?" And I was just like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Like, the scene ends before anything like sexual actually happens. There's like no like nudity or anything." He's like, "Okay," but he kind of doubted me at a certain point because it starts getting more and more suggestive in the scene. So he's straight up standing over the DVD player at the front of the bus, like with his finger hovering over the skip scene or the fast forward button.
Mm-hmm.
Like prepared for it to get bad. He's like panicking, having like a teacher panic moment. There's like an entire bus full of kids and he's worried that like a sex scene is about to play on the bus. And then at like the exact moment he's about to hit the skip scene button, like the other knights charge into the room and like take that knight away and the scene is over. And you just see him like breathe a sigh of relief and sit back down. And I was like, "Dude, teacher, I told you. Like, you didn't believe me. I said it wasn't that bad." So that's why like I remember that scene so well. Because of my freaking really band funny. Teacher's terrified reaction to that scene.
I mean, no, any teacher would be kind of terrified. Also, hi Grace. Hope your stream went well.
Hi.
I mean, my teacher was like super chill. He was like he was a really young teacher. He was like brand new when I was in high school, so he was only like in his late 20s at the time.
The
only reason why he cared about that scene is because, you know, he's like responsible for all these teenagers and doesn't want like to get in trouble for allowing this movie to be played. But it wasn't like a super steamy scene like Terminator.
My band teacher wouldn't be like that. He'll be very my band teacher was more about like he makes like interesting quotes. To the point where we would quote him every single day. We even made a whole book about it for like a senior semester.
I did the same thing with my AP Lit teacher, if you remember.
Oh yeah.
I mean, my band teacher said a lot of funny stuff from time to time too. We always said that like during the 4 years that we knew him when I was in school, or like however many years, we would say that we probably heard him say like every obscenity in the English language at least once. Because he would either have no filter or just talking normally, or he would get so angry that he would just like unleash profanity upon us.
Jeez.
There were a couple times where that profanity was like justified.
Yes. Oh, by the way, Kyle, did I tell you yesterday that I got the Gold XLR thing?
What does that mean?
Oh, it's the thing that can make sound clips on the fly.
Oh.
Yeah, because I actually
So you want to get the good joke sample or whatever?
Yeah, so now I actually have a sampler that I should be able to make sound clips, capture them on the fly, and now I'm just like, okay, now I need to get like everybody, like however space there is, I need to get as many people's quotes or like lines in this mixer as soon as possible. And so it's like, all right, I gotta get James's what? I gotta get Kyle's good joke, and then it's like, okay, since Lissa's here, I I was just like
popular Lissa line.
I would say like, stop it.
No, stop.
Stop.
Oh, stop. I was gonna say like, Lissa, you should just say that so I can just grab it.
No, I am not saying that.
Dude, you should get a sound clip of Alyssa saying, "No, I'm not saying that."
I should. Just like we just have like one of these days, like when Lissa joins, I'm just gonna we're just gonna have a conversation, and I'm just gonna get ready on the button just to clip something. It's like Lissa. It's like, hey, or I don't know.
Hovering over that button like a band teacher.
I mean, I could get a emotes like clicking sounds. That could be on the soundboard. I just need to find what quote I will get on Will's. Even though he says he doesn't want to, I will get him at one point. Whether he likes it or not. I'll get you.
One way or another.
That movie was weird for like Rugrats.
Oh yeah, that Rugrats cover of that Blondie song. I was never really a fan of Rugrats. Like I barely watched it all growing up, but yeah, I remember watching the movie like in like.
I think my mom was rather unnerved by that show.
Unnerved?
Unnerved.
Like, I don't think I ever really watched Rugrats in front of either of my parents, but.
Well, Palestine's gone.
I remember my dad was really confused when he saw me watching Courage the Cowardly Dog once. Because that is quite a weird show.
Dude, my dad would watch that with me.
What, Courage the Cowardly Dog?
I mean, my mom would watch a lot of shows with me growing up, too.
Courage,
Grand Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
All of that stuff. Tom and Jerry. Dude, my dad liked all of that. We'd all watch it.
Dude, classic cartoons.
Yeah, I would watch shows with my mom, but like my dad pretty much wanted nothing to do with any of that stuff, so. Dude,
anytime like I would watch like an animated film, say like Toy Story or like any like the Pixar films, like Up or something like that, I would want to try to watch it with my family. My mom would be okay with it, but my dad would always be like, an animation? This is for kids, you know? But it's like, it tells a good story. It's like, but it's animation. But it's for kids. It's like, yeah.
That's toxic masculinity, man. Anime movies are great. I mean, that's actually the funny thing is that my dad was totally cool with like Pixar movies and he'd all them as being good, but he never watched like a TV cartoon with me. Because my dad, like, I mean, he like took me personally to the theater to see Toy Story 3 when it came out, and he was actually like excited to see that movie.
Oh, cool.
Because he had like seen the first two with me when I was like really young, I guess.
Yeah.
Or like as a family, we watched them all together, I'm sure.
I don't
remember if I saw like Toy Story 2 in the theater. I think I probably did. The first Toy Story came out when I was like an infant, so definitely not that one. But I
watched it when I was like VHS, but I don't think I ever watched Toy Story 2 in theaters. I watched it on VHS definitely, because I own the VHS.
Might have it. Yeah, I definitely have the VHS tape, so I'm trying to remember if I saw. I probably did, because it's hard to remember like the first movies that I saw in theaters as a kid. I think I saw the Pokémon the first movie in theaters.
I definitely did, with 1, 2, 3, and maybe 4.
Oh, I definitely did not.
I think I only saw the first Pokemon movie in theaters.
So you're not a Pokemon master, I see.
Well,
yeah, it's actually kind of interesting that how anime movies are actually coming back into theaters, or they were coming back into theaters before COVID happened.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's always been a thing in Japan, that like the big name ones at least, like Ghibli and stuff.
Well, yeah, but it's like, even Ghibli movies barely got into like the movie theaters kind of thing.
I'm talking in Japan though, like because Ghibli's like huge here. But yeah, that's true.
In like America, like anime movies were not a big thing anymore. After like the first Pokemon movie and stuff like that.
Yeah, and like Spirited Away, I think was big even in the Western world. It's like still like the highest grossing Japanese movie worldwide.
Yeah. I love Spirited Away. I've seen that several times.
I haven't seen it.
I have yet to rewatch it, actually. The only time I've seen it was in my high school Japanese class. And we watched it without subs or anything at a time when I could not understand like a word of Japanese. So I was just kind of going off the animations to understand the story.
I need to go back and watch some old movies because like Ghibli movies, like Spirited Away was one of the movies like I was like interested in rewatching again. Because I remember watching it like with commercials, so I kind of like had to piece certain things together for that movie.
I mean, Spirited Away, I think as far as Ghibli movies go, I mean, all the Ghibli movies are thematically pretty deep, you know, but like, I remember Spirited Away has a lot kind of going on culturally that like a Western audience would have to kind of research to understand like what stuff means.
Yeah.
You know, like the spirit world, and there's like scenes that take place in like a traditional bathhouse and stuff that like an American will watch that and be like, what's going on? Where are we? What is this? I at least have my Japanese teacher to explain some of that content.
Yeah. I was actually watching like an interview with Miyazaki and or like a video of like Miyazaki and like the crew like working on a movie at the last minute. They're getting all the deadline. And it's like, oh yeah, we're all working at night. It's like, okay, whose turn is to cook? Miyazaki's turn to cook. It's like his famous salty ramen. And it's just like, okay, you just see him put a bunch of ramen packs and cut a bunch of onions in the ramen. And it's just like, oh yeah, here's my dish for everyone to eat, kind of thing. It was a little cool.
Making like cup ramen for everyone.
Yeah, no, he was like literally like making cup ramen for everyone as a dish, and I think like some people even say like, oh my god, this is so good, just to impress him, kind of thing. It kind of felt like
because he's like their senpai.
Yeah, senpai and leader and stuff like that.
Miyazaki senpai.
Miyazaki. I mean, he was retired and now he's back, so.
Yeah, he's got another movie that's coming out like. It's probably been delayed because of COVID, but I think sometime within the next like 3 years.
Heavily, yeah.
His son makes movies now too. I think for the longest time, his son didn't want to get into like filmmaking because he was like, "Well, fuck, how am I gonna like do this when I'm like in the shadow of my father?"
Yeah.
So he didn't start making movies until he was like in his 40s or something.
That's the problem
before
with
that, just working in a completely different field.
That's the problem with like being the child of like a really famous person. That people expect you to be exactly the same as your father or mother, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just like, no, they don't have to. They just have the name, is all. They don't have the royalties. Oh yeah, did you guys hear that the movie theaters in the West actually might go extinct after, like, by the end of early next year, kind of thing?
Because they're just COVID killing them off, and
yeah,
I guess. Yeah, I can. I don't know. It's like with Netflix and stuff. Like, there's a lot of movies just go straight to Netflix now and stuff. But
yeah, I don't know.
There is still a unique experience that comes with going to a movie theater to watch a movie, though.
Yeah, I can see them becoming maybe not as common, like some.
Maybe only for like the biggest movies, like the ones that would normally get an IMAX release anyway.
Yeah.
Like if like a huge Star Wars movie or something like that, like of that scale comes out, people are gonna want to see it in theaters with like a huge screen and like surround sound and all that. But
oh yeah, definitely.
Just like a generic rom-com doesn't necessarily need to get like a theater screening, I guess.
Dude, what the heck, man?
Big things and like maybe 3D things where it's easier, like the action with the surround sound. Yeah, people are still probably
the summer blockbuster kind of movies will probably still get like theater showings.
I mean, yeah, there's like a few theater movies actually still coming out in theaters and stuff like that. It's just one of those. It's like it's gonna be really hard for a lot of theaters to recover from this. That's the biggest problem right now. Also, I like how this villain waited for me for like 2 months for me to chase after her. Haha. She has a really big dress. Did you just drop the key? It did just drop the key. Lady, you got some explaining to do.
Of course. Why not make your life harder?
It's like, oh yeah, let's make the whole thing like harder, and just make you walk out to get it. Train.
Choo.
Choo choo. And that's enough story progress for one day. Because I'm going to switch over to Pokemon Black, because I promised Justin Pokemon Black.
What are you doing right now?
You know, I was
That
supposed
walk.
I can't talk to those people. Hurry.
I think it's just standing kind of awkwardly.
Oh, someone's dead.
Yep. What? You're not even gonna go check?
Nah. Why would I check on the dead bodies?
I don't know, maybe because there was just an explosion.
Alyssa, do you check the dead bodies when the explosion happens?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, there might be something worth harvesting.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of body parts.
Yeah. See if any organs made it through. Anything like solid, like a whole hand or arm.
I'm not sus, Justin. This is more sus than I am.
What do you mean? I'm as innocent as can be.
Says the person who has Bloody Nightmare in her name.
Well, that's just a coincidence.
Also the person who says that in Phasmophobia, when there's a ghost hunting her, she was gonna bring it to me and kill me.
I did say that.
You're gonna be the death at me one of these days.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the goal I've been aiming for.
Unfortunately, that was Sean who's been getting all the death. Actually, funny enough, Lissa, that time when we did Phasmophobe, like that, because you left, Sean, Carl, and I did another run in the training house. And the ghost was actually in the boys' room, which is basically the room the first room, literally if you turn left and left again from the door,
Yeah.
that's where it is. And it was there. We couldn't, it was like super active, and we're just like, okay, we didn't want to go in and do it, so we tried to do some stuff to protect it. And Sean and I was just like, okay, let's just confirm if this ghost is a thing or not. And then we found out that yes, it was in that room, but then Sean and I got locked, and so we couldn't leave, but Carl was there. And so we were at the door, just like guys, open the door, 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 open the door. And it's just like,
Oh no!
yeah, I was in the corner, and Sean was like trying to open the door, for, like kind of open it continuously. I was just like, I was looking back just to see, and I literally see the ghost like walk behind us, and he was like, oh god, I'm dead, dead. And it actually grabbed, because like Sean and I were like on top of each other, it actually grabbed Sean first.
Oh.
And then it killed him, and I just saw him just like die right in front of me when I just basically opened the door while he was choking to death. I was just like, well, I'm out.
Wow. And you called me a murderer.
I wasn't the one who was calling out his name constantly. Well, I actually was a little bit. But so was Carl and Sean.
Oh, that's really funny. We should play that again soon.
Yeah,
Oh
Sean
yeah.
has a habit of taunting the spirits.
I mean, if James gets it, we can all
That's what we do, though.
we can showcase it, as well as Kyle can join us if he wants to get scared.
Yeah, Kyle, you should join us.
Currently AFK though, because he's muted.
Oh, don't worry, Kyle. We'll just give you the spirit box and make you go into dark rooms by yourself.
It's like, oh yeah, Kyle, it's perfectly fine. If you have the spirit box, you're permanently immune from the ghost. You just have to talk to it. That's all. And that's the lie we do. And then he dies. Do you think Kyle would believe that?
Nah, Kyle seems like a person. If anyone, Kyle seems like someone who picks up on bullshit pretty easily.
I was gonna say, yeah, definitely not from us. He would definitely not believe that.
Considering how fluent, he uses sarcasm a lot in his own humor, so.
No, actually, if Emoto types it, because like she can't lie in her, she can't do sarcasm in her typing. That way Kyle can.
Okay, I think Kyle would probably trust Emoto over us any day. Especially Nick.
Kyle never trusts me.
I mean, can you really blame him?
I mean, he could at least try to trust me a little bit more.
I think you've proven him enough times that he no longer needs to try. He just thought to automatically know.
To answer Emoto's question, just say that that if he does a certain thing, Kyle won't die to a ghost in Phasmophobia. Like, he will trust you more typing it out than us saying it. Why would he believe me? I can't watch the game. I mean, you'll be more trustworthy than us saying it, James, Lissa, or I. Actually, if James can say, like, he will actually not. If James can actually
Oh yeah, James, if you say it, he might believe it.
Yeah, because you don't bullcrap him that much compared to Lissa and I.
Well, Nick bullcraps and Kyle just automatically knows I'm gonna try and kill him.
I mean, he's on your hit list for a long time.
I mean, yeah, quite a few people on my hit list for quite a while.
I'm not on your hit list, right?
I mean,